Participating in a global forum such as this one, it reinforces my understanding of business and human rights. It also alerts me to other critical human rights issues that are happening in other sectors. And I think also engaging at such an in-depth level on business and human rights also just really increases one's desire to increase the work that they do. You get to hear wonderful things that other companies are doing. It encourages you to do more in your own company. It really increases the impetus for us as companies to really do more when it comes to business and human rights. Such a big learning curve. You learn so much and you pick up knowledge from all stakeholders. You learn from policymakers, you learn from world leaders, but also you learn from your peers and you learn from yourself as well, because as you start grappling and thinking about these areas in new ways and nuanced ways, you start to understand them in a different light.
We are an impact company that sells chocolate. What we mean by that is that we use our chocolate as a means to an end to achieve positive impact. Profit, people and planet can actually go hand in hand. I will share with you one business challenge that we have faced and how we have overcome that as Tony's Chocolonely. From the very beginning, we have faced the issue of child labor in our supply chain. We have implemented a system, the so-called child labor monitoring and remediation system. That means we find the cases of child labor, but not only that, we afterwards can remediate them, so we can solve them. This is how we've overcome that challenge, and we see that progressing year on year. Not only are we transparent about the fact that we have child labor in our supply chain, but on top of that, we also share how these cases can be closed and remediated. We go down to 4%, so roughly 1 in 20 children. So yes, child labor still exists, but we can solve it. One of the pieces of advice that we have for any company and any business that finds it daunting to get into the space of human rights and environmental issues and abuses, it's you do not start from scratch. You're not alone. Build on what exists already out there. Ask other industry stakeholders, look left and right, because surely there's already been a sustainability initiative that might not cover your entire supply chain, but it is a good starting point. Collaboration is key. So work together on sustainability, because this is not a business secret and this is not what we should be competing on.
This forum happening at the interesting stage where we are transitioning from more voluntary approach to supply chain due diligence to mandatory now with increasing global legislation. That puts us in an interesting era where a lot what we have been doing on a voluntary basis is now mandatory. The big question is how can we approach it smartly with a smart mix of measures that we would not end up doing and implementing good practice for compliance only, but leaving that space for innovation that comes from voluntary approach of doing things. So it has to be balanced very right with the policy instruments, but also with the active engagement and collaboration with stakeholders rather than confrontation. So we are here, there in trying to bring the positive net impact on the ground and not creating more space for compliance and tick boxing. You know, finding that compass and way to navigate further.